Hello again, welcome back to the channel and the van, and today I thought I'd give you a quick tour of my van. Now, those of you that don't know, my van is an Elddis CV40. It's perfect for my needs. I absolutely love it, and I know a lot of people do van tours, and I haven't built this van myself. The only reason I haven't built the van myself is because I don't have the necessary skills. So everybody who does do their own van builds, me hat's off to you. I don't have the skills all the time, and if I did have the time I wouldn't have the skills. So I bought one that was already made and I absolutely love it. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my van and show you around. Okay, so quickly showing you around the outside of my vehicle. You can see that mine just has these blanking plates in the bottom. I know Graham from his YouTube channel is Wizard in the Wild. I know that he's fitted some daytime running lights into here, which I think is an excellent idea and something that I'll be looking at in the future. Okay, so thanks for that idea, Graham. Going round this side of my van, what I would say is the one has fallen off the side of my van there. So it used to say 2.3 140, now mine just says 2.3 40. We've got alloy wheels and there's one of those in each corner. We've got down this side your LPG gasset fuel tank for your underslung gas tank, and that's for your cooker and your heating. You've got your wheel water filler cap there that's locked, and that's to fill your fresh water up. Then you've got your chemical toilet emptying point here, where you push these two catches in, unlock it, push the two catches in and lift this hatch up. Okay, so I was about to move on to these two sockets, but I'll tell you about them in a minute because Julie's just turned up and she's on her way shopping. So say hello. Hiya, I'm going shopping now. Oh great, thank you. Okay, bye. Bye. Okay, so what we've got here is this is the cover for an electrical outlet, and if I lift that hatch up and lift this up, you can see there that there's a socket just in case you want to plug anything into your awning. Next one along is for your electric hookup. That's that point there for when you're on a campsite with electric hookup, so everything inside will run off their electricity, which you pay for, of course. Okay, so that takes us around to the back of the van. We've got the double doors at the back. We've got a high level brake light, and within that high level brake light there's a reversing camera. Okay, there's the side of my van, the other side. As I say, I'm a bit of a fat lad, so I can't get down the side of there. But you can see there's a window at the back there, and that is an opening window, although it only opens slightly, that window, so that when the side sliding door opens it doesn't rip the window off, which is a good idea because that's probably something I would have done. I would have opened the door with my window open, and that would have been the end of that window. Okay, so starting at the front of the van, the cab area, what I can tell you is my campervan's based on a Fiat Ducato. It's a 6-speed manual, 140 brake horsepower, 2.3 diesel. I say 140 brake horsepower, but the one has fallen off the side because they just stick on numbers, so mine says 2.3 40, but I can assure you it is a 140 brake horsepower, not a 40 brake horsepower, because that would be a disaster. Okay, so the cab area has 2 single seats, and they're both captain seats, so they have armrests, and they both swivel 180 degrees, so you can face into the habitation area, which is great if you're going to use the dining table that's built in, and I'll show you that now. Okay, so I'll show you the passenger side seat. The driver's side seat is exactly the same, and they've got a handle down the bottom here that you pull, and the seats swivel round, and then you can sit in, face in over and face into the habitation area, which is makes it feel a lot more roomy, and you can use the dining table. Okay, driver's seat is exactly the same, so there's no need to show you that. Like I said, this is just a quick tour. Now above the cab area you've got what every CV owner lovingly refers to as the headbanger. That's this. I think you can guess why it's called the headbanger. And above there you've got a little bit of storage. Here's your control panel that's on the headbanging board, and your control panel controls the inside of the van completely. You've got one button here that turns all the electrics on and off. This next button is for your water pump, and you saw the green light light up and the water pump pumped slightly there. This is to turn all the interior lights on and off, and this is for your awning light, which is outside just underneath your awning. This button here shows you your battery level. It's a battery level indicator, and there you go, batteries are full, lovely. and this is your water level indicator. Now, I have had a few issues with the water level indicator. I've contacted the dealer and they're going to get that changed out for me, because basically it doesn't tell you how much water you've got. Now, when that's on, this is a light switch, and that lights up the LEDs. They're above the two cupboards, or overhead lockers, overhead cupboards, whatever you want to call them, and that's what that switch is for. Okay, so turn that off and I'll leave the power on for now. This is your heating and hot water system. Hot water is brilliant, so it's a lovely little boiler, works great. Heating I haven't really used very much, but it does work. I tried it out. And this is an indicator for your gas tank, your underslung gas tank. Now, moving on, like I say, you've got your two overhead lockers here. These are finished in sort of a light wood effect, with a patterned, sort of vinyl patterned bottom and a chrome strip through the middle, chrome handles, chrome furniture here, and push buttons that you push down from the top there, and that opens the cupboards. Excuse the mess. Okay, but as you can see, the cupboards do have plenty of storage area for me. I know some people have put shelves in there. I haven't put any in at the moment, but if I feel that at some point I do need shelves putting in, I'll do that job. I'll just give them handles a bit of a wipe there because they're a bit grubby. There you go, good as new. Okay, so, which leads me to the dining area. Now, this little dining area here is perfect for my needs, and I use this all the time. Now, there is a dining area that you can set up at the back that changes into the bed. I don't do that. I leave the bed made up all the time because it suits my needs, and basically it's my van. Okay, so this dining table has also got this extra leaf that folds out. Right, this extra leaf, there's a knob underneath that you pull, and that's not me, by the way. There's a proper knob underneath. You pull that, and there you go. There's your extra leaf. Okay, and that extends your table, and you can move that round if you're sitting in this seat that's swiveled round like here. Oh, there you go, look. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat now, facing the habitation area, sat at the table. Great. So if you want to do your work here on your laptop, or you want to eat your dinner, happy days. And there you go. Okay, so we'll put that away, and that's all. Just that little button there that you pull down, and that slides right into place. Okay, this table leg also folds in half, and the whole table drops down, which drops down onto that rail there, which then turns this front area into a single bed. I'll never need to use that as a single bed, so this will always be my dining area. You've then got another two seats. This is the CV40, so there's extra seats here. I know the other CV range is set up slightly differently, but as I say, this is a CV40, and I bought it for the extra seats and an extra dining area. It does have two extra belted seats here, seat belted seats. What more can I say about that? Okay, moving on. Your fuse box and your water pump and stuff like that is located under those seats, and I've got this stuff out of the way, you'll be able to see that. So there's your fuse box in there, and your water pump, and you can also access that from the front, which I'll do just so you can get a better look at it. Okay, so open that button, and there you go. So there's your fuse box in there, and just to give you a closer look, there you go. Okay, so closing that back up, these are just push button, holds that in place, and put them back in there, close that cupboard door. Okay, so on this side, this is just behind the passenger seat. You've got a little fold up extension to your workbench. You've got your electric step in and out, and you've got a main socket there. Now that only becomes live when it's on hookup. Okay, then you've got a set of 4 drawers. Top one only being accessible when this is up. Once that's down, it covers that drawer like that. Then you've got your other 3 drawers, which are a decent size. You can get plenty of stuff in those. And I keep my shower extension, tap extension in there. And if you want to know more about that, really good 3-meter extension hose with a trigger shower head, which I use for hosing my dogs down, and as I'll show you, Julie uses for watering our plants. It's nice to see Julie utilising the 3 metre extension from the tap, and there, just to show you, she's watering our plants. You'll have to excuse the weeds, but she's too lazy to cut the grass.
You'll need to cut the grass out, did it the last 3 times.
Yeah, that's what I said. And there you go. There's your shower pressure on your trigger, and as demonstrated by my lovely assistant, or Julie, in other words. Yeah, look at that. You can even water your plants outside your front door.
I know when we've got water, but we don't know if we've got enough water.
Yeah, I know, they're going to have to fix that, aren't they? Hey, happy days that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's
yeah,
good.
It is, isn't it? And let go of the trigger. There you go, look at that. Demonstrated perfectly. I won't show them the weeds.
Why do you cut the grass?
No, I'm not cutting the grass today. Then you've got the bottom drawer there, and then moving around the corner, you've got a cupboard. Oh, you've got a cupboard. And there you can see I'm sponsored by Morrison's. No, I'm not really sponsored by Morrison's, that's just a paper bag. And that's just for cleaning products and stuff like that. You have your isolation taps down the bottom of that cupboard there to turn the gas off and isolate the gas for the cooker and the boiler and whatnot. Okay, then moving up to the top here, everyone with a CV van in the CV group will know what this is. It needs no introduction. This is a chopping board. And I bought that off Amazon. It's absolutely fantastic. I use it as a chopping board. Well, Julie uses it as a chopping board. I don't do any chopping. And then it's a cover for the sink as well, which is brilliant. I'll just move that tap in. Julie's been using it outside. Moving on from the sink, going up over, we've got a cupboard here just above the sink. And this cupboard used to have a plate rack in it. I'll just move that out of the way. Used to have a plate rack. I took that out because I didn't use the plate rack. I thought it was a waste of space, so I took that out and it gives me a bigger cupboard. Over the back there, as you can see, there's a socket. That is where the microwave is plugged in and switched on. Now again, the microwave only works when you're on mains hookup, and some people don't even have a microwave. Some people have 2 cupboards here instead of a microwave. They have 2 larger overhead lockers, but mine came with a microwave. It's an 800 watt microwave and it only works on electric hookup. But Julie has used it. It does work and it's fantastic when you're away on a campsite. No good if you're wild camping though. Has to be on electric hookup. Moving along, you've got a light switch and that turns a downlighter spot lamp here above the cooker and turns on one above the microwave as well. Give you a bit of light while you're cooking, Julie. Moving on to the cooker, these are just drying mats that I've bought extra there. I use them for drying mats, but I also use them for stopping the rattles. Okay, so this is the cooker lid, obviously. I say obviously, I don't know, I don't use this. But it's got 2 gas rings and an electric ring for the hob, and that's in there to stop the rattles when you're driving along, and I'll replace that in a minute when I finish this video. Obviously your tap, hot and cold water, and the hot water is really hot, excellent. And then down here, I'll lift that up again just to show you. This is your cooker. This is for your electric hob, and there's a little light there. It's a Thefit triplex, and this is your oven control, oven and grill, and your hob, your gas hobs, and then you've got your electric hob as well. That's just there to stop any rattles, and then you open the oven door, and there you go. That's inside an oven. First time I've seen inside an oven. Hopefully everything's okay in there. This is really Julie's domain. Nice little place for my kitchen roll there. Moving along, I'll move down. I'll go down here where I've got a nice big pan drawer underneath the cooker there. As you can see, pans and tea towels and etc. And then at the bottom, a little drop down cupboard door that I keep my toilet cleaning fluid in there. And that's where your boiler is, and your switch there to drain the tank for winterizing the vehicle. Oh, by the way, opposite those cupboards there, you've got another socket down here, again only on electric hookup. Okay, so moving back, you've got a Dometic fridge. This is a 12-volt fridge. It does work on the electric hookup, but also obviously it can be live even when you're driving. Okay, so when you're driving, the rest of the electrics are isolated, but your fridge will still work. So you can load up your fridge, turn it on, and off you go. Okay, I'll just let you have a look at that yourself and you can figure it out. But it has a performance, quiet and boost, and then temperature on this side. Okay, and just to show you, that's got a freezer compartment at the top, and that really does work well. We normally put ice in there for Julie's gin and tonics, and it stays frozen lovely. And there you go, it's a decent sized fridge with a salad drawer at the bottom, and plenty of storage in the door for drinks. Don't forget to leave that ajar by using this little clip when you're not using it, otherwise it becomes very smelly in there. And we've also got a little air freshener over in the corner there, just to keep it fresh. Okay, so moving on down here, we've got another couple of overhead lockers. In this one, you'd find your solar controller. Now, I've changed my solar controller for a different one. That's not the one it comes with. It comes with a PWM, and I've got an MPPT one in there now because it's more efficient. I've also got an MT50 display that'll show me how much solar's coming in, how much power I'm getting. Both of those, this solar controller here and this, were both extra additions that I've put in myself. Now, as you can see here, there's blue LEDs along the top. Here and round this side. Right, I put those in. They don't come as standard, but what I can tell you about them is they came with a remote control, and there it is. Okay, they came with a remote control. You can change the colors on them, so you've got your blue, you've got your red, you've got your green, you've got your white. You get the idea. Okay, you can make them brighter or you can dim them down. Now, they're ideal dimmed down on a night time because the light, I'll just turn them off now, because the lights that come with the van, and there's a light switch down here, you turn those on and they're very bright, very bright. Now, when you're in bed, you don't want to light that bright, so that's why I put the other lights in. And you can lie in bed, turn them off by remote control, and it's a much more subtle light, sort of a mood lighting, so I'm happy with that. Now, your overhead lockers, as I say, you've got 2 on that side and 2 on the other side, so plenty of storage there. You've got your television set on mine because it came with a media pack, which is, and part of that media pack was the television and the Wi-Fi, which is in this cupboard up here, excuse the mess. So there's the Wi-Fi, and that works great. What more can I say about that? The TV set was actually on this wall, which leads to the toilet and shower, but I found it an awkward position to be in, so again I moved the television set over to here, and I'm much happier with it there. So when I'm lying in bed like this, I can watch the television, and it's just a nicer place to be. I don't have to be looking over there like that, turning on my side, which is awkward. Yeah, much better over there. Don't know why they didn't put that in the first place, but maybe some people like it over there better, but not me. I like mine there, and it's my van, so that's where I'm having it. Put that remote back. Okay, so got a little shelf here. You've got a couple of sockets here that again are only live when you're on electric hookup. You've got a couple of USB ports here and a socket there and a TV aerial point there. Now, when the TV was over here on this wall, the wires were just on the outside here, draped across and curled up, and that it was very untidy. I don't know why they did it that way, but I've changed that and I've put the wires inside this boxing in this corner here, so the wires are all now concealed and come out through the top of the cupboard there and into the back of the TV. Much neater job, so Elddis should probably do that in the future. You've got your carbon monoxide alarm on the roof there and your fire alarm, which I would recommend if you don't have any. Make sure you get them. You've got a skylight at the back here, which is got a blind and a fly screen, and all the windows all the way around have blinds and fly screens the same. Into the toilet. Now, the toilet and shower cubicle. Okay, so you've got a couple of little shelves there, look, and I'll stay out the way so you don't have to look at me. You've got a shelf there in that corner, a shelf in that corner, and you've got your mirrored cupboards there. I'm trying to stay out the way, but it's not easy. Okay, so there's your cupboards. I'm going to put some kind of barrier there to stop things falling out when you open the door. This is the shower. There's not much you can say about it. The tap there is hot and cold mixer tap over the sink, small sink there for washing your hands. You've got the Thetford toilet with the electric flush, and you've got a skylight in case you want to have a shower and you want to let the steam out, or you want to let any other smells out of there. And as I say, your tap comes out of there and goes in there, and then you've got your shower, and that's why you've got the shower curtain. So nothing more to say about that. You've got a heater vent down in the bottom corner there. That's worth mentioning because it does sort of dry out any condensation that might gather in the shower, and if you've got any wet clothing you can hang it up in there and it helps it dry out in the winter, I suppose. You've also got a heater vent down here just beside the bed, and if I don't know whether you can see that, there's a heater vent there, and then you've got plenty of storage under the bed for my camping chairs and stuff like that. I've changed the batteries, and or should I say the battery comes with a lead acid battery, and I've replaced that with 2 lithium batteries. I say I've replaced it, I paid for them, I didn't put them in. Okay, I got the dealer to do that because, again, let's be on my knowledge really, let's be honest. Okay, so moving on, you've got a little cupboard here, and oh, by the way, that's the two switches. One's for the lighting in the bed area, and that one's for the lighting in the shower area. Then you've got a little cupboard here, and that is your table that would normally go in this area for a dining area, because this bed folds up into seats, but I like to keep it as a bed, so the bed's always made up for me. That table I use outside when I'm barbecuing and stuff like that, so it's still a handy table to have, and it fits nicely in that cupboard. There's a whistle stop tour of my van. I'll give you one last look round. TV, storage, skylight, windows, window, back doors, double bed, fridge, shower, microwave, cupboards, two-seat belted seats, dining table, captain's chair for the driver's seat, captain's chair for the passenger seat, and I'll just turn that back round while we're here. Overhead storage there, overhead skylight above the dining area, which I can open. Again, comes with a blind and fly screens. There you go. And that opens up nicely and lets a lot of air through. The one at the back opens up as well, by the way. I'm just keeping that closed because it's very bright, just for the light. And that's about it. That's a quick tour of my van from the inside. Hope you enjoyed it. Anything you see that you want to know more about, then please let me know in the comments. I know people have asked me, oh, what's your van look like inside and what's it like. I haven't had a chance to show them inside my van yet, so I just thought, I know they're subscribed to my channel and they can have a look on this video, which I know one of the lads I work with is actually doing his own van build, and my hat's off to him because I couldn't do it. He's a braver man than me. So anyway, there you go. That's the inside of my van. Hope you liked the tour. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe so you can help my channel grow, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.